everybody. It's David Scarpetta, your favorite online marketer, entrepreneur, and business hacker. And today I wanted to welcome you guys back and give you today's really, really big, small, but very large lesson. Okay? And this is basically, and it's not even so much of a lesson, it's more of a hack, right? And it's more of a hack process that you need to have. And it's really the 4-step hack to increasing your business this year, next year, the year after by 1,000%. And we're going to start with the first hack, okay? Step 1 hack. Don't be comfortable. That's right. Don't be comfortable. So many business owners, both old and new, get comfortable. Being comfortable, I've seen, a lot of old schoolers, have be like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years. Well, I mean, I'm really proud that you've been doing it for 20 years, but at the end of the day, when you're comfortable, other people and other businesses can basically just come in and rattle your cage, your secure cage. That's the thing a lot of business owners don't understand, that if you stay hungry and you're not comfortable, you'll actually be able to grow your business substantially because you're in a mindset that you need to be able to grow that business all the time. And I've seen it in retail. I've seen it in both wholesale, where somebody in retail leaves, a salesperson leaves, they got really good pricing, and they were just doing business with this 1 or 2 companies, and then one company's gone, and all of a sudden, they lose 50% of their profit. They have to, shut down, an office. Maybe they have to let a few people go. It's very, very common because they were comfortable. They weren't continuing to think about expanding their business, right? So we'll take a famous site for the youngsters out there who probably heard of this a long time ago before Facebook, right? Called MySpace. MySpace was the #1 social media platform for years, for actually about, well, it was 4 years, and it was also about 4 years. But for about 4 years, they were like the end all. But the owners and the people who created it and the companies that took over, the management, they all got sloppy. They just didn't care anymore. They were littered with advertisements. They weren't innovating. They weren't understanding their customer base. They weren't increasing user experience. There was just so many things there that they just didn't do. That they were like, oh, we're the king of the hills. We're king of, don't worry about it. No, and good old Mark Zuckerberg in his college dorm room getting angry because his girlfriend won't hang out with him anymore. And he's creating this product, and then all of a sudden he's got this great idea, and he starts working with people, and out of nowhere, out of like 4 concrete walls, comes the biggest social network of all time. So as long as you don't keep that comfortable mindset and understand that at any given moment, you can get the carpet can pull right out from under you, that will always put you in a state where you can continue to maximize your business, to grow that business. Number 2, hack for your business to grow it by 1,000%. Okay? Embrace your online profile. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people who are both professional branders and marketers that don't even have a fleshed out LinkedIn profile. They don't have a website with their name. They don't even have a service website. They don't have a Facebook page. I mean, I understand we can't always have 1,000 different, we can't be on Pinterest and Twitter and Instagram and this and that and the other thing. And it gets a little crazy, right? You really need to be able to have a profile for people to look at. And even if you're not, doing SEO on it, and you're not doing, there's obviously other things you have to do to make it successful. But if you're referencing me and you don't have an online profile or something, that's the first place I go. I'm like, I'm not really sure. Is this guy a quack? All right. The third one, the lovely number 3, right? Sometimes I talk about 3, 3's company, but 4's a crowd. Well, you know what? We're going to actually say that we want the crowds for 3. And believe it or not, this one alone could actually increase your business by 1,000%. Never mind the other ones, right? creating excitement and community in your business. You're like, whoa, how do I do that, right? I mean, I don't, how do I create excitement? I mean, I just run a boring doctor's office. You know, what do? I just, I have a comic book shop. People come in to look at comic books. But see, you need to think on a broad term. There are so many people doing your business. I mean, really, think of the business you're in or you want to be in, and how many people are doing it, or maybe doing it. So you'll research your competition, right? But they're not exciting. They're not exciting. There's, you're like, oh, you walk into the office, it's just quiet, there's no music going on, there's no magazines, you're sitting there just waiting for your physical, bored, miserable, looking down your phone. It's not a great experience, right? Well, guess what? It would be an awesome experience if I went to a doctor and all of a sudden I saw an 1980s arcade game standing in the corner, and I played some arcade games, and I made my, and it smelled nice, and there was some music or some artwork, or again, the pleasantries. Like, I remember that I had it was a dead summer, we had nothing going on, it was just like whatever, and competition opened up at the road, business was hurting. You know what I did? I had a party. That's right. I had a big party. I took all my email addresses, I took all my real mail addresses, and I sent out a letter and said, hey, we're having this party. We're going to have a party, and you're invited. And it was cheaper to have that party than any other advertising you possibly could have done at the time. That's right. It was actually cheaper. And you know what? People were excited. I built excitement. I built an experience. And you can build excitement. Now you have something cool to put online about your business that, you're giving back to the community. You're not just doing the same old drab stuff. Everybody wants to be where the party is, right? Nobody wants to, they don't want to be around just being like a ghost town. I mean, crowds build crowds, right? So build a crowd. Get creative, build a crowd. Build community. So you definitely want to use excitement and community building in your business, whether it be online or off. There's 1,000 ways to do it. And step 4 of this hack that will increase your business by 1,000%. And I'm going to give you a second to think about what this is. No, second's up. Actually, it's delegation. Delegation is the most important of all the hacks. And, delegation is an art that's practiced by many, but mastered only by a few. And even myself, I can honestly say that I have not mastered it. And I mean, you have to literally delegate right down to when you should be picking up a lunch, because even lunch can ride right off the rails. Even emails. We're in a time where we're getting text messaged all day. We're getting email notifications. We're getting GPS. It's like pop, 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 pop. It's everywhere. There's just so much going on, right? And it's intense. And you could be sidetracked so easily. So you need to delegate every last bit of, not just like, we're not talking about micromanaging people. We're talking about delegation of your time, delegation of the people who are on your team, delegation of even right down to like, where funds should really be allocated to. I mean, the delegation dance is something that's so important for you as a business owner, no matter what business you're in, because you really can get totally sidetracked, thrown off, and your productivity go right through the floor. I mean, I know, we're in instant gratification. People want the prompt response. They want an email back in, 40 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I mean, it's pretty insane that sometimes what people expect to have, a response. But if you, let's just say at the beginning of your day, you check the emails at the beginning of your day, and you make sure you do not check your emails for the next 5 hours, 6 hours. You check them all at one time. Bam, 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 done. You don't get disrupted when like checking this email and you're refreshing your box every 15 minutes. And with all these combined, these four hacks, you can truly raise your business by 1,000%. I would love to hear if you guys have practiced any of this stuff. Are you practicing any of this now? Have you had any luck? What are some of the techniques that you used to deploy these hacks, or maybe variations thereof? So again, thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor, just subscribe. If you guys see a button, click it up there. If there's a button, click it down there. Also, if you can, leave your email behind. You can throw that into the box there once it stops, and you'll be able to get on my list where you'll actually get a lot of good, interesting hacks for day to day, and of course a lot of online marketing and business development suggestions that will go with you forever, and they'll never run dry. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. My name's David Scarpetta, and success to you.